Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo, you're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the Transformers Wave 2 Voyager Autobot Hound. And I don't know why he's called Autobot Hound. I'm assuming they don't have the full rights to just Hound alone, so they had to put the Autobot name in front, which is usually the case when they put Decepticon whatever, Autobot whatever, is usually because they don't own the name anymore, so they have to kind of tweak it. Anyways, yes, he's very reminiscent of Bulkhead. I'm on that Bulkhead fan side where I say he is Bulkhead. After seeing the movie, I definitely don't mind him being Hound. Yes, he should have been Bulkhead, but he pulls off the name Hound very well in the movie, so I can live with it. If I do call him Bulkhead throughout the review, forgive me. It's just habit. So, as you can see, he is a very nice, cool, macho military vehicle, and as you can also see, all his weapons can store in his vehicle mode, which is very cool. You have the two pistols that store in the same way they do in robot mode. Got the knife here at the bottom. Got the two larger hand pistols here. Got the two shotguns here, and we got the triple-barreled chain gun here, which is the icing on the cake. And then if you look here, we also have a spare tire just for aesthetics, which is very nice. I like that little bit of detailing. You've got the smokestacks on one side, and I'm not exactly sure what this is on the other. Looks like another type of exhaust vent, but I'm not sure. Still, like I said, like the asymmetry, cool. My one complaint is here we have the two side view mirrors, and the way they have the two side view mirrors in is through this big bar of gray plastic there, so that looks kind of wonky. But that's not a big deal. Here we have one Autobot logo on that side and one on the other. So again, they're... Oops, you can't see it. And one on the other. So again, they're keeping the trend of the Autobot logos on the door. On the front, he's got lots of awesome bars just for protection, like a bumper. It's just more protection. Oops, his gun popped off. They do like to pop off pretty easily, unfortunately. That's my one complaint about the weapons, is they're pretty much just frictioned on. There's no real pegging. But anyways, you can see some nice paint apps. We got these lights all painted in kind of a metallic-y orange. And then we got the silver and bronze looking headlights, very nice. Silver, again, bumper, not really sure area, just a guard thing. And the rest is pretty much just green plastic. A lot of just molded green on this truck. And one nice little detail you can see at the front bumper is it does say Oshkosh, which is the type of vehicle he is. So that's cool. Very nice. I do like that the movie figures do have their brands and logos on them because they are real cars in real life, which is cool. You can pop off all the weapons just to get them in a standard look. It would have been nice if they gave them some kind of camo design, just because he is camoed up in the movie. But I wouldn't doubt if we got a repaint or something later on like that, a special edition or whatever. And just to show off his scale, he is very tiny in comparison to the Lear Class Prime. This scale is not that great considering in the movie this is a very big and tough armored vehicle. So he should be much bigger, probably the same size as this truck, if not bigger. So that's unfortunate, but he still, design-wise, looks like a great truck. So to transform him, I'll start by popping up the backside here, just splitting it all up. That'll be the arms, and one of his pistols came out. We'll put that aside, and then we'll go ahead and get the knife loose if we can. It's in there very tight. There we go. So yes, in there very tight. And then we'll go ahead and there's a lot of panels on this, so just fold up this panel and then fold it up again just to get out of the way for now. That's going to be the chest. You can already see the arms and chest here. Go ahead and pull up this panel just to get it out of the way. That's the arm. And then just, there's no really hiding any of these panels. They kind of just sit there in robot mode, which is a bit unfortunate. But he's still a nice figure nonetheless. So here we have the legs and arms. You can already see them forming. Just flip the legs down. Made up of tires. Those are fake, yeah, as usual. Fold up, accordion his torso onto his waist area. So nicely. Next, what we're going to do is just fold in these tires, the front tires. Just fold them in. Or actually, first, what we need to do is get the head out. Just pull it out, flips out. This is going to flip this whole bump area here. Bring it around. And what you're going to do is take this chest piece, and there is a tab right there that just tabs into these slots on his, I guess, collar. And there you go. Just line it up. Good to go. Then we just fold in these tires. Just get them out of the way. We're going to bring up the arm, and it just tabs into the side view mirrors nicely like that. You heard that click. And again, click. Just rotate the arms. Oops, popped it out. Oh, oops, you're going to want to untab them first. Probably should untab the arms first before you, just to get it a little free. There you go. Tab the arms. And again, just click it in. Rotate them down. And like I said, this panel is just there. There's nothing you can really do. Panel on the hand. My one complaint about Transformers is arm panels and hand panels. Those are my easily my least favorite like pieces that can be left without transformation. Easily. I can deal with a fake chest, but leaving the panels on the arms just bugs the hell out of me. But anyways, that's it. He's done. Very simple transformation. I like it. It's just simple. It gets the job done. Works for me. So moving Autobot Hound aside, we'll go ahead and transform his Gatling gun. What you want to do is just take the bottom barrel with the handle and just flip it and compress it. So now you got that cool triangle chain gun, which looks really cool. Flip out the back piece, which kind of looks like a missile. I'm not sure if that's what it was, but it's supposed to tab in there. It doesn't really tab. It kind of just sits there. But there you have it. You can have that. And then just peg it in. He's got 2 holes in the back with the handle. Kind of makes it a bit wide, but when you look at it dead on, it just looks like it's hanging off his back nicely. Put that off the side. Again, the pistol, one of them popped out, so I'll just show you how it's done. All you do is go at the ankle, and there's a little groove in the pistol that tabs into the little tab hanging off. There you go, very nicely. Very nice. I like the fact that he's got ankle pistols. That I feel like that could be very useful for a soldier like him. Take the shotguns. These are the most difficult for me. You have to like get the handles. They're folded inwards, and just getting them out is a challenge. You have to unfold them. There you go. See. So get one. These tab in the worst. These are the worst offenders for tabs. They've got 2 little pegs sticking out there. And what you're supposed to do is just, well, you're actually supposed to fold them up and then tab them into the side. But see, his arm barely touches it and it falls out. So I really don't like this system. What I normally do is I just have him hold the shotguns in his hands, so I don't have to worry about that. Because as soon as he touches it, yeah. So for now, I'll do that last. But just take his other, what's the word, pistols, I guess these are. The same spot as where they were in robot mode. I mean, not robot mode, vehicle mode. Tab them into the slot. Like I said, it's just friction. It's not really a tab or anything. You just kind of just like slide it in there. Not very secure, but you know, hold it decently, I guess. Better than the other one. So now we got those. Take the knife, and there's a hole in his chest. Just plug it in if I can get it. It's not actually hard. I'm just dumb. Kind of just angle it the way you like it. And that actually is accurate to the show. He does have a knife hanging off his chest. I don't know if it's quite as big, but he's got it. So again, hopefully I can get this off pretty quick, getting the shotgun going. So I'm just going to have him hold him. There you go. Got one. And got the other. Nice. Record time for me. Usually I'm very slow at these kinds of things, but got that done. Kind of just slide him in his hands. And yes, he is good to go. And this is why I don't like the panel hands. Look at his hands. Where'd they go? He's got giant gloves on them. So I can live with this panel here because at least it's kind of, you know, this is kind of blocking it. But the hands are just gone. But anyways, he looks very cool. There's a lot of nice paint here on the legs. You got all this like mechanical stuff going on in silver. And then up here we got some more silver around the waist. They got the I guess these are mortar shells, maybe, or a shotgun, or missiles, or something. Look very cool, painted in gold, or like the bronze the kind of bronze that was on the headlights earlier, and a darker green. They painted the tips. Very nice. I like the fact they painted the tips. And then we got the more kind of like headlight paint job on the shoulders. Here we got the metal with the red in the center. And if you can't really tell, but there's an Autobot logo in black right there. Looks very cool. His head is painted green because it is rubber. So it's green, silver, and black for the beard, blue for the eyes. We'll go over that head in more detail in a sec. So I can see he's got a very nicely done head sculpt. Even though it is a rubber head, it's still pretty nicely done. It's hard to rotate it because the beard gets in the way. But yes, nicely done. I do think this is a very awesome representation of how he looked in the movie, as far as the head goes. And then you can see the Autobot logo down there, which looks very nicely done in black. Very militaristic. Now his arms are a bit weird just because they are supposed to be like a magazine of bullets, like hanging out, like a bunch of them wrapped around his arm, which is cool, but they just did a weird job. They decided to make it have a curve in it, which I don't like. I don't see why they couldn't just make it like, I think 4 or 3 even. Just have one straight and then one on the side, and it does have like this bar here that's even curved that keeps the arm static, so you can't actually, like, it is rubber, so you can kind of twist the hand to go with it, and that looks a bit better because it actually looks like the bands of bullets are twisting with the hand, which I think is cool. So, very nice. Like I said, I still think it would have looked better if they just had 3, like 1, 2, 3. Because that's kind of how it looked in the movie. He just had like 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and then at the bottom would have been the 4th. That would have just wrapped around his arm nicely. And with the feet, fake feet, his feet turn into, or his tires turn into his feet. Don't know how tires can split in half and turn into feet. Don't know how that works, but whatever. And all around looks very nice. He's not very accurate as far as physique. In the movie, he is pretty fat. Yes, that's the best way to put it. He's got more of a gut here, and he has got a big chest, but it's more of a gut. They kind of flipped him upside down and made his chest big and instead. So yeah, they decided to give him more of a bodybuilder physique where he's got a big chest and then it gets tighter down at the waist. Whereas in the movie, he is fat. There's no getting around it. He's fat. But still, I think it's very cool. I wouldn't doubt if we got a leader class version that's a little more accurate to the movie. And I really hope we do get a leader class for this guy because he deserves it. He needs a leader class. I mean, give him the same weapons. Just change his transformation, obviously, because if you want to give him the different physique, he's going to need different transformation. And make him a little more accurate, because he does have like kind of like a vest kind of look and a belt with grenades and stuff. Whereas this one kind of looks like he kind of looks like he has clothes on, like military clothes. Whereas this one, he just looks like a full robot, which is cool. But I wouldn't mind getting a more accurate leader class version. I wouldn't doubt it. Like I said, I wouldn't doubt it if they do it. So we'll see down the line. With this huge assortment of weapons, you can combine them all together, as you've, I'm sure, all heard. What you're going to want to do is we'll start with the shotguns. You want to fold them up and then just plug in the pistols to the front, because there's 5 holes in the shotgun. The center one's for the pistol, the little ones that were in the ankles. What you're going to do with those is just plug them into the sides of the bigger chain gun. Chain gun is the main weapon, or the main component. So do that on both sides. And let's see, not like that. Oops, I plugged in the wrong gun in this one. There we go. I mean, you can combine whatever you want. You don't have to do it by the book. I mean, the instructions tell you to do it this way. But I'm sure there's plenty of combinations. I don't know why I'm adding a Z. But there you go. Starting to look pretty cool. Then what you're going to want to do is take the 2... I don't know what these are. I mean, I want to call them pistols, but he already has pistols. So I guess just bigger pistols. Anyways, plug them in together, take the knife, plug that into the front, and at the bottom of the barrel of the chain gun, there's 2 pegs, and then there's 2 corresponding holes at the top of each pistol. Plug them in. Oops, see, those do come off pretty easy. I don't like the friction tabs that they gave these guns. I'm trying to get in there as tight as possible, just because the frictionless kind of sucks. And there you have it. This BFG is ready to go. Give it to this guy. Wow, he has a lot of handles to choose from. So, I guess we'll go with the center one? Nope, we'll go with the end one just because the center one can't. And like I said, these guns do like to come untabbed. Or at least the shotguns. Shotguns, they suck at the tabbings. So there you go, he's got it. Yeah, it's very heavy for him. So what you want to do is kind of just like have him hold it with two hands. He does have 3 handles to this BFG, so give him one for one hand, one for the other. Try to set up a decent pose if you can. I mean, I'm going to try. It's pretty nice. I mean, he's holding it. There you go. Look at that machine. I mean, oh my gosh. I just wish you could turn his head a little more just so you can, you know, get an awesome pose where he's like this. He's just like ready to freaking go. Get that gun up there. Hold it up, Hound. Get it going. See, if he could turn his head more, this would be almost perfect. That looks so sick. So yeah, I'm sure there's any number of combinations. I haven't tried anything other than that. But get creative. It's your toy. Use your imagination. Do what you want. I mean, that's what toys are all about. Imagination. Imagination. Resha Sentai Tokuja, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, yes. So that's the weapons. Tons of weapons. Storage is awesome. I'm glad he came with an array of weapons. It's nice to see that they're not skipping out on that. Because he's got a great paint job. I mean, it is kind of slim on the paint. But, I mean, they didn't have to paint these tips. I could see them just doing the bronze all together. And they didn't have to paint these shoulder pads. I could see them skipping out on that. So yeah, just nice that they included that. Very cool. For the articulation, he does have a nice elbow bend. There you go. Almost all the way. It goes more than 90, so that's cool. He does have wrist swivel. These kind of do get in the way, but at the same time they are rubber, so it does do it well enough. So that's cool. I think that's a nice touch. They put the rubber to good use. He does have a bicep swivel, which is also nice if you want to like try and have the missiles all face forward and maybe twist his hand. That doesn't look too bad. I think that looks pretty nice. But I don't want to stress out the rubber too much. Waist swivel. I think he's the first figure. Actually, never mind. I think all the Voyagers have waist swivel, so nothing crazy there. He does have ankle swivel just because of transformation, but it's there, so that's cool. You can bring up his thigh, not on a ratchet, but he can still do it. Bend at the knee, good amount. I think that's pretty much 90. There's a 90 right there. I like it. What else? I'm sure. Oh, he's got a little bit of head rotation. It's not on a ball joint. It's just back and forth. The beard does get in the way, but you can still get a decent left and right pose. That's pretty far. I mean, that's nice. I like it. 360 at the shoulder. I don't know if I mentioned that already. And you can bring it out. So you can bring his arms up to 180. He's like, what up? So there's a very good amount of articulation in this guy. Plenty to go from. So have your pick of what you want him to do and have him do it. You can cover up some of the joints showing just by using the joint system. And I think that looks pretty good. Just have him pose like that, give him some weapons, and he's good to go. Here we have him together with his Wavemate Drift and the Voyager Wave 1 Optimus Prime Evasion Mode. And he looks very nicely scaled. I think he could be a little thicker, I guess is the best way to put it. Like I said in the movie, he's a big guy. He's a very big boy. And I think in this toy, he's definitely big, but he's not husky. There we go. Husky. He needs to be husky. That's the perfect way to describe it. Like here, he's bulky, as is Bulkhead. That's why, you know, Bulkhead. Like they're saying that Michael Bay wanted all G1 characters. That's why he's not called Bulkhead. And he probably went with this design just because the current Prime TV show was popular and Bulkhead was in it. But yeah, anyways, yeah, husky. He needs to be husky. So I think a leader class would look fantastic for Hound. And, I mean, would you ever imagine Hound being a leader class? Like, think of G1 Hound. Look where he's at today. Imagine him as a leader class. Awesome. So to transfer him back, we'll start by removing all his weapons. You can get them out of the way. Except for the 2 pistols at his ankles. You can leave those. That's the storage for his vehicle mode. Pop them out of the way. Oops, yep, forgot the ones on the hips. I just love the fact that he's just like arm to the teeth. That's just awesome. So we'll move those out of the way. And we'll go ahead and just flip his feet inwards, just to get that started. If you want to pop them together, we'll probably separate that later, but it doesn't matter. Fold this out, just so you can get the head out of the way. Fold out the back tires. Actually, whoops, forgot. You gotta untab the shoulders first. You gotta get those out of the way to make room for these tires. And they just tab in nicely. Then what you want to do here is just fold this out. And it's kind of weird. You want to like push. It's really weird how you like transform the head. What you want to do is, I'll show that again. You want to have it like this, have the head facing outward, and just keep pushing forward. You're going to really be tempted to push down, push forward, because I was doing that at first and the head was just not clearing. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So push forward, not downward. Anyways, take the arms and rotate them, or actually rotate them like this, and then so you want to have the shoulders flat with the panel, and then rotate the bicep swivel so you can line up those panels. There you go. And then leave the hand the way it is. Same thing, rotate it inward, and then line up the panel, line up the tabs. I kind of just like try to get things going until the tabs decide to click into place. There you go. I'll get that going nicely. Go ahead and accordion the chest outward. There you go. So you can see we have the front of the car there. And this will be the back of the car. Really don't have to do much with the legs, which I like. I actually do like that. I mean, it doesn't need to be. Everything's in the arms, pretty much. So bring the arms together. There's a lot, again, lots of tabs you're going to want to line up. Go ahead and line them up first. There you go. So there's a tab here at the back that plugs into the arm. There's a tab here that plugs into the bicep. Oops, there goes one of his pistols. Yeah, like I said, all these little friction tabs are just not doing it for me. So let me just tab it in there. There you go. So let's see, where was I? Oh yes, tabbed in this arm now. We'll do this arm. Tab it again at the back. If I can just line it up. There we go. Oops, came undone. And then again, you should do this tab first actually. There you go. There we go. Now that we got all those tabs lined up, bring that forward. And then once more, there's going to be another piece of that chest plate. And we're going to split this open just so you can get that under. You want to get this underneath everything. And then bring it back closed again. And everything will sit nice and flush once you get it all tabbed together. So with this line, I'm noticing there's a lot of little tiny tabs in each figure that you're just going to have to deal with. And I feel like that's just because of the intricacies of the overall designs of each character and everything. But there you go. You have him back in this mode. Nicely done. Again, you can take all his weapons and make him look even more badass by storing them on him. You just gotta remember where they go. So I keep on tabbing these little pistols. That's annoying. Like I said, friction tabs don't do it for me. Make sure this is sitting flush. So just take the, let's see, the shotgun, line up the rectangular tab with the rectangular peg. Rectangular tab with rectangular hole, and then do the same on both sides. And these are gonna pop out for sure. They just like to pop out. I can't control that. Then we're gonna take one of these, I guess exhaust pistols, muffler pistols. Muffler pistols. I'm gonna call them that from now on. Plug one into one side, and we're done with that side as far as the weapons go. And plug the other. Well, we'll do this one last, because I'm going to do all the top guns first. So this one, again, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull out the front and back ends, you can see. And then with the gaps, rotate it towards that direction. And then take this and rotate it forward. And there's a nice little gap for it. You're going to want to have the arm of the, or the handle of the gun to face upward. And then there's going to be these tabs here, and then this tab right here, and then they're going to go into the slots that correspond with them. Try to grab it from the top, because usually what I'll do is I'll try to grab it from the side, and that'll make the other guns come loose. So I'm just going to try to like get some grip from the top. And then, I just knocked out one gun. See, there you go. Let's see, I need to see from the top view so I can see the pegs. I think I got him. Not the most secure, but it's gonna hold for now. Or it's better. There we go. And then take this muffler gun, muffler pistol, I mean. And last but not least, take the pistol, I mean not the pistol, the knife, and really just store it wherever. I mean in any of these little peg holes. Did I have it here at first? No, I didn't. I had it here. So yeah, just trying to find either one, doesn't matter, and just plug it in. And there you go, he's back into his vehicle mode. I can already tell this one's popping out. Oops, something just coming loose here. So yeah, these weapons, friction stores, just do not... see, there it is again. As soon as I tab in one, another one wants to come off. They're just not doing it for me. But if you can get it all together, he does look very nice. And that is not a good enough reason to say it's a bad figure. Yes, the weapon storage could be better. Yes, they could have used pegs instead of these friction gaps, but I still say this is a great figure. You're going to love it in your collection. It's going to look great with the rest of the Autobots. Once again, I'm glad I decided to go in all for this line, because at first I was like, okay, I'll pick up the Dinobots. And then I was like, okay, Hound is going to look cool. Okay, Drift is going to look cool. Okay, Optimus Voyager mode looks cool. Okay, Prime Leader Class Chrominess looks awesome. Grimlock's Chrome looks awesome. At first I was not going to get the Voyager Grimlock, but then I was like, alright, his Dino mode looks cool. The Leader Class Robot mode looks cool. So, like I said, glad I went all in. This guy's going to look great. Hopefully we'll get a later class of him and Galvatron. I don't see that happening for both. If anything, I think it's going to be one or the other, just because they're both in the same wave. And I think it would be odd if two Voyagers of the same wave both got later class. It would just seem like a waste. But who knows? Maybe they will. I mean, I don't think Galvatron will get it for this movie, but I think he will get it for the next movie. Just because, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but yes. Hound, definitely, I think, leader class for this movie's, and then the next movie, I think Galvatron will get leader class. If not, both for this movie. Works for me. So yes, there is my review on the Autobot Hound, and as always, guys, please comment, like, and subscribe to my videos. Go ahead and follow me on Tumblr at Mechation. And if you're wondering why it's Mechation, I was going for Mecha and Nation, so like Mecha Nation. But I probably should have just went with the Mecha Nation now that I think about it. But Mechation was just a combination of the two, if you're just curious. And then Mechas of Ironheart at Instagram. I went with Mechas of Ironheart just because it sounded cool. I liked it. And that's why I called it that.